Hey Goal Guards, welcome back to our mental preparation videos. Today's episode 3, and we're going to be talking about the importance of self-visualization. Self-visualization before practice, before games, and even in every aspect of your life. Stay tuned. So self-visualization is exactly what it sounds like, and it's been practiced by some of the most influential and successful people in the world, not just in sports. It's the practice of visualizing yourself in a positive manner to achieve certain goals that you've set for yourself. In hockey and goaltending specifically, it's about visualizing how you're going to play on the ice, saves you're going to make, maybe the outcome of the game or the outcome of the practice and what you'd like to get out of it. Learning how to apply self-visualization to your life is one of the most important lessons that you can learn. In sports, in school, for your career goals, learning how to visualize yourself in a positive manner can put you on the right track to success. I'm sure you've all heard the term mind over matter or make your mind a magnet. Well, that's exactly what self-visualization is. It's imagining yourself in a positive way in the goals that you want to reach in order to reach them. The more often you envision yourself as a successful goalie, a successful student, a successful businessman or businesswoman, the more likely it is to happen. This isn't positive thinking. This is visualizing what you would like to happen in your life and then seeing it come to fruition as you put in the hard work to achieve that goal. Take a moment now and think about the last game that you won. Do you remember that feeling of elation as you looked over at the bench and saw your team pouring over the boards to come and congratulate you? Or you looked up in the stands and saw your parents clapping and cheering you on? That's the feeling that we want to create all the time. If you visualize yourself winning games and you focus on that feeling every time you step on the ice, then the wins will come. The big saves will come. You have to prepare accordingly. You have to be ready for that moment. And in order to be ready for that moment, you've got to start visualizing yourself successfully every day. You might say to me, well, coach, I'm in a slump. My team hasn't won a game in a month. I'm getting down on myself. Practices aren't fun. I can only think about getting scored on. Well, I've got news for you. If all you can think about is the negative, then all that's going to happen is more negativity and more bad bounces. What you've got to do is focus on the small positives, no matter how tiny they might be. If you make an easy stick save in practice, that's okay. Focus on it. Think about it. Think about how good it feels to make that save. Visualize it, and then you'll make the save on the next one. Before practices, before games, you know how it feels to make a good save, a glove save, a blocker save. Shut your eyes. Visualize the pucks coming at you. Visualize pucks coming off left-handed shooter, a right-handed shooter. Visualize a pad save, a right stick save, a left stick save, a 5-hole save. A shot to the chest where you cover up the rebound right away. Start visualizing those saves before you get on the ice, and those saves will become reality when you're in the crease. Self-visualization is all about making your mind a magnet. Those positive thoughts and feelings that we have throughout the day are what we're trying to attract to ourselves in real life. Think about that elated feeling of winning a big game or making a huge glove save on a backdoor pass. Those are the types of things we want to turn into reality. And the more we can positively think about them and visualize ourselves doing those things, the more likely they are to happen in real life. If we just get down on ourselves and we're negative and we think about giving up goals or losing games, then those are the only things that we're going to attract to ourselves. And we don't want that. Don't fight yourself. Be positive. Visualize yourself making those saves. Visualize yourself winning. Visualize the outcome and the feeling that you get when you do these great things on the ice. Those ultimately will what drive us and will bring us to reality. These skills don't come easy and they won't happen overnight. I didn't learn how to do this until much later in my career, and I really wish I had known how to do it when I was younger. My suggestion, a lot of us are visual learners and visual thinkers, is start by writing these things down. Have your short-term goals, then have your long-term goals. Maybe focus on this season for the short term. Write down what you'd like to accomplish in the next few months. Maybe you have some personal goals, some team goals, maybe school and career goals for some of you older goalies. Write down what you'd like to see happen. Maybe your goal is to reach a certain amount of wins by the time December comes around. Maybe it's to finally get the RVH down and learn how to recover from it properly. Small tweaks in your game. Write these things down. Start visualizing yourself making these saves, reaching these goals. If your goal is to have 3 assists by the end of the season, start visualizing yourself making these passes in a game. Practice it physically on the ice, but then make sure you're visualizing yourself doing it. It's just as important. If you can see yourself doing it in your mind, you can make it part of your reality. And that's what self-visualization is. Long-term goals. Think about where you'd like to be in 5 years. For some of you older goalies that are going through high school, maybe you've got plans. You want to play college hockey. You want to play a high level of juniors. Start writing down what you would like to see happen over the next 3 to 5 years, where you would like to be in your career. School-wise, if you want to go to college and play hockey in college, write down what you'd like to see with your grades. Maybe your grades are subpar. Maybe you want to get up to the B level. Write down what you want to see happen in your life. Make it a reality. Study, work hard, but visualize the feeling of opening up your report card and seeing the grades that you want there. Self-visualization is just as important as any physical work that you do on the ice or off the ice. Visualizing yourself in a positive manner is what it takes to get you to that next level and to make those thoughts a reality. Lastly, guys, I want to leave you with this. I know it's only episode 3, but this is one of the most important topics that we're going to talk about, and you're going to see me bring it up plenty more times. Self-visualization and seeing yourself in a positive manner. Remember, it's a process. You're not going to wake up tomorrow morning and be that NHL caliber goaltender that you've always wanted to be. You've got to embrace the grind, embrace the process, and enjoy the ride that it takes to get there. You know the end game. You know your goals. You know where you want to be. You're going to write it down. You're going to read it. You're going to think about it every day. You know what you want to accomplish, but it's the how that you don't know. So what you've got to do is not think about the how. You've got to think about that end game. You've got to think about where you want to be and let those pieces fall into place. Focus on the now. Focus on the moment. In a game, the only thing that matters is that puck at that moment and making that save. Take those small steps, and that end game that you want, that final piece, is going to fall into place if you make the right steps to get there. It's about trusting in the process, embracing that grind, and making sure that in everything you do, you have a purpose. So my challenge to every single one of you is to grab 2 sheets of paper, write down your short-term goals and your long-term goals, and start visualizing yourself achieving those goals. Then, most importantly, imagine what it feels like when you reach those goals. Take the memories you have of winning games and making big saves. Capture those feelings. Think about those feelings. That's going to be your driving force every single day, every time you're on the ice, and then in any other aspect of your life that you want to write your goals down for. If you think about what it feels like and you imagine yourself as already having achieved those goals, it's going to make it so much easier to make those goals a reality. Imagine that you've already got them, and soon you will have them. Goalies, athletes, thank you so much for watching. I really am passionate about self-visualization. It's one of the most important things I had to learn how to be able to do in my own life. Being able to see yourself in a positive manner and visualize yourself achieving those goals that you've set for yourself, it's the first step to success. It really is. So remember, visualize yourself keeping your stick on the ice, and I'll see you in the next video.